Human eye, for class 10th. If you are not subscribed my channel, firstly subscribe my channel Genius Zone and gets more updates. The human eye is one of the most valuable and sensitive sense organs. It is spherical in shape and it works like a camera. We can able to see this colorful world. It has a crystallic lens which forms an image on another light-sensitive part of eyes called retina. The light passes into eyes through a thin membrane called cornea. There is another structure behind the cornea called iris. This controls the size of pupil. Pupil is a dark muscular diaphragm, hole-like structure, that controls the amount of light entering into eye. The light-sensitive cells of retina get activated upon illumination and generate electrical signals. These signals are sent to the brain via the optic nerves. The part of eye. 1. Cornea. Cornea is a thin membrane of outer and blackish part of eye through which light enters into the eye. It makes outer covering of anterior portion of eye. 2. Iris. Iris is a dark muscular diaphragm that controls the size of the pupil. It is situated just behind the cornea. 3. Pupil. The pupil regulates and controls the amount of light entering into the eye. 4. Ciliary muscle. It controls the curvature of eye lens by relaxation and contraction causing changing in focal length of lens. 5. Vitreous humor. The eyeball filled with fluid-like substance is called vitreous humor, which located between eye lens and retina. It gives the spherical shape to the eyeball. Six. Retina. The retina is a delicate membrane having enormous number of light-sensitive cells. It works as screen to form image by eye lens. There are two types of light-sensitive cells present on retina, 1. Cylindrical, 2. Conical. 7. Optic nerve. It is a main nerve that join eye to brain. Signals passes to the brain via optic nerve. 8. Crystallic lens. This is a convex lens which is composed of a fibrous, jelly-like material. The nature of image formed by eye lens, real and inverted. The curvature of eye lens is modified to some extent by the ciliary muscles. This change in the curvature of eye lens can thus change its focal length. Increasing in focal length, when the ciliary muscles are relaxed, the lens becomes thin. This causes its focal length increases. This enables us to see distant objects clearly. Decreasing in focal length, when we looking at closer objects, the ciliary muscles contract. This increases the curvature of the eye lens. This causes eye lens thicker. Consequently, the focal length of the eye lens decreases. This enables us to see nearby objects clearly. Power of accommodation. The ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length is called accommodation. Near point, the minimum distance at which objects can be seen most distinctly without strain, is called the least distance of distinct vision. It is also called the near point of the eye. For a young adult with normal vision, the near point is about 25 centimeters. Far point, the farthest point up to which the eye can see objects clearly, is called the far point of the eye. It is infinity for a normal eye. Defects of vision and correction. Defects of vision and correction. There are mainly three common refractive defects of vision. These are 1. Myopia or nearsightedness, 2. Hypermetropia or farsightedness, and 3. Presbyopia or astigmatism. These defects can be corrected by the use of suitable spherical lenses. One. Myopia. Myopia is also known as nearsightedness. A person with myopia can see nearby objects clearly but cannot see distant objects distinctly. A person with this defect has the far point nearer than infinity. Such a person may see clearly up to a distance of a few meters. In a myopic eye, the image of a distant object is formed in front of the retina. This defect may arise due to 1. Excessive curvature of the eye lens, or 2. Elongation of the eyeball. Correction of myopia. This defect can be corrected by using a concave lens of suitable power. A concave lens of suitable power will bring the image back onto the retina and thus the defect is corrected. 2. Hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is also known as farsightedness. A person with hypermetropia can see distant objects clearly but cannot see nearby objects distinctly. The near point, for the person, is farther away from the normal near point, 25 centimeters. Such a person has to keep a reading material much beyond 25 centimeters from the eye for comfortable reading. This is because the light rays from a close-by object are focused at a point behind the retina. This defect arises either because the focal length of the eye lens is too long, or the eyeball has become too small. Correction of hypermetropia. This defect can be corrected by using a convex lens of appropriate power. Eyeglasses with converging lenses provide the additional focusing power required for forming the image on the retina. Three. Presbyopia. The power of accommodation of the eye usually decreases with aging. For most people, the near point gradually recedes away. They find it difficult to see nearby objects comfortably and distinctly without corrective eyeglasses. This defect is called presbyopia. It rises due to the gradual weakening of the ciliary muscles and diminishing flexibility of the eye lens. Sometimes, a person may suffer from both myopia and hypermetropia. Such people often require bifocal lenses. A common type of bifocal lenses consists of both concave and convex lenses. The upper portion consists of a concave lens. It facilitates distant vision. The lower part is a convex lens. It facilitates near vision. These days, it is possible to correct the refractive defects with contact lenses or through surgical interventions.